Hello YouTube, Reddit Math here, and welcome back to No Man's Sky. Oh man, our pulse engine ran out of fuel. Well, we are fast approaching, maybe a little bit slower than I thought we were approaching, a space anomaly ahead. I've also, in recent exciting news, gotten the blueprints for some more warp drive upgrades, although I don't quite have the resources for those upgrades. So, for example, I'd probably put it up there, but I'm looking at warp reactor theta. I need some more gold, some more emerald. I've been trying to keep an eye on those and not sell them. Kind of stocking up quite a bit there. We've also gotten the warp reactor tau. It needs nickel and aluminum. Nickel being a resource I don't encounter super frequently, and so that may be a little bit of a challenge, but hopefully, you know, just one nickel-rich planet away from being able to find a bunch of nickel veins and grab that warp upgrade then. All right, well, let's see what our buddy Polo and Nada have to say to us this time. Brand new creatures on every world. Easy, easy for my friend. Finding all that one world has, not so easy, maybe. Polo is oddly muted this time. At first I worry that I have caused offense again, but the Gek gestures forlornly at a jumble of broken electronics beside them. It seems that an accident has befallen some of Polo's precious research. Polo ushers me out of the door apologetically. I know how dear the Gek's data was to them, and yearn to help. Perhaps when I next return, I can restock their archives with reports on a multitude of strange creatures. Okay, and this is planet zoology scanned. So for fully scanning a planet with infectious enthusiasm, Polo browses the creature scans. We find ourselves cooing and laughing together at some of the stranger species. The new tech is just icing on the cake. Alright, we've got jetpack boosters. Also got a real fancy pistol. Experiment Q38R73. So this would give us 20 slots. It's worse than our current offering. Sorry, Polo. One day you'll catch up. I think I've got some, like, cutting-edge Viking hardware over here. Alright, and Nada. Nada value in progress. Help you escape. Purpose at end. Discoveries converge. Causative galaxy. Path to core. Red orbs. Simplistic physics. Or ignore. Wander free. Nada stands close this time. If the being was capable of emotion, I'd say they were racked by it. They hesitantly rest a hand on my shoulder, and the visor moves close. I cannot see beneath the mask, but I feel that Nada is staring into my eyes. If I continue to the center, this will be goodbye. Neither of us know if either will survive. If anything will survive, if freedom or destruction awaits. Fearfully, sadly, Nada bids me farewell. Now, actually, let me back out of this. I can't really see my galaxy map. I currently have a waypoint to the next Atlas interface. I think maybe you only need to ever ask for the Atlas interface after you have, like, resumed the path of the Atlas after you have found a shortcut to the center and gone through a black hole, which is what I'm going to be taking this time. Otherwise, like, I think you just, like, every Atlas interface is telling me where the next Atlas interface is, or at least that's beginning to become what it feels like. Now, I do want to at least show off briefly my my fancy warp capabilities here. So let's see.
Alert. Navigational data received.
And anomaly detected. Alright, to the next black hole. So I do worry, right? Like I've path to galactic core, free exploration, waypoint, waypoint, waypoint. Like how far? Where does this waypoint take us? To the next Atlas interface. I can actually jump directly there. And then this one takes us to... Is this the one we left behind like a long time ago? Something tells me yes as it dips off into oblivion there. Okay, let's do this then. I'm gonna try to... I want to see if I can somehow clear this waypoint and not get another one. Is that possible? My warp now is upgraded to the point that I can jump just immediately to that next interface. So if I warp over here and then maybe immediately to the black hole, will that work? What if I don't go inside the Atlas interface? What if I just reach the system that it's in? Does that clear the waypoint? And then visiting the interface itself is what gives me the next one? I'm not sure. I feel like there's got to be a patch to fix this at some point. Otherwise, I really do worry that it's possible to just get multiple waypoints and then not be able to clear them out, and then you're... I guess you've got your path to the galactic core, but that's really all you could follow. Okay, now if I come back into here... Okay, it did clear one. And this is the old path. Or is this the... No, this is going to be the one to the black hole, right? I believe so. Yeah. Okay, I can still warp that far. And that's just a little bit too far to go. Alright, so I think I'm going to ignore the Atlas interface and just warp immediately away. And hopefully that cleared the waypoint, but then didn't give me a new one. And I can worry about picking up with more Atlas interfaces on the other side of the black hole. It seems like once you get there, you just sort of want to spend a little bit of time like warping towards the center. You'll eventually encounter the anomaly again, and then Nada can put you back onto the Atlas path. In addition, the big ball. What now? Oh boy. Oh boy. It seems I may have arrived in the middle of a party. Is that enemy thing? Is that an enemy thing? What is attacking what? I need journey milestone to clear so that HUD can come back. Okay. I think I just got caught in the crossfire. That guy's just distress signaling. Do I have... I think I do. I was about to say, do I have what it takes? And what it takes is generally enough shields to recharge your deflector shields. Like, that's really the limiting factor here. And as long as I've got that, I think I'll be fine. What are you? I can also mine out this iridium deposit. Like so many video games before it, the incredibly time-sensitive pressing thing is not so time-sensitive or pressing. As it appears that this fight will continue to go on until I do something about it. Alright, we're about a minute out. So this did, I guess we could confirm this. No, it didn't. We still have the, no, that's the black hole, and that's the old one. Okay, it did clear that. Alright, as soon as we get to the black hole, that waypoint will be gone. I see, I see. Alright, so if I wanted to get rid of it, I would just have to visit the system that it's in, but not activate it, so that I don't end up in a spot I can't extract myself out of. That spot of being too many waypoints and not enough space on my HUD. Alright, well, let's see if we can't pull off just one at a time. We failed to do that already. Alright, but that one's gone. All it took was a few upgrades. And my ship is definitely now something to be wary of. These pirates will never know what hit them. Titanium. And emerald. Nice. These guys are also a pretty decent and consistent way to get emerald, which is one of the resources I'm needing. Oh man, those things expire? I don't think I've ever been facing one when it popped out of existence before. I've always just assumed I lost it and couldn't tell where it went. Well, anyway, emerald, of course, being the resource that I'm needing in order to get my warp core upgraded. And that should be a pretty decent overall upgrade for us to have. It'll mean that, you know, in this instance, we're having to make 2 warps in order to reach our waypoint. It'll probably cut that down to 1. It's also giving us access to more and more different types of stars, like different classes of stars, I suppose. This ship's real big. Like, maybe one of the largest I've ever seen. The big red thing in the back. Crazy. Alright. Again, I do just kind of want to pick off like 1 or 2 at a time. It's hard to tell exactly where our range is going to be on our shots sometimes, though. Alright, those are friendly, I guess. Okay, and every time we do this, it seems like it pulls off 2 of them at a time. The primary ship and like its wingman both come. Let's see if I can be pro enough to pick up the resources and fight the fight all at the same time. Please stop with the shooting of me. Yeah, picking up the resources certainly got me shot up quite a bit more than it did the other time. Deflector shields are down, but we haven't actually taken any damage to our not that one, to our ship yet, so that's good. Aluminum and limium, which, as far as I know, limium is just real valuable. Am I actually hitting you? I am totally hitting you. Oh wow. Come on. Oh, not good. You must be his wingman. Oh, and weapon charges depleted. You know, I haven't used these in a long time. Let's see if I can finish him off with the photon cannon, and then I'll recharge and switch back to the pulse laser. For the loop drop, and then phase beam, thanium. Ugh. Well, that wasn't exactly the bountiful recharge I was hoping for. Tell you what, again, the distress call can always wait. I need a little bit of thanium. Oh man, do I really just like not have the inventory for this at all? Huh? I guess I could have used that. Something like that. And then got a little bit of thamium. Probably want a lot of it of thamium though. actually still, like, I think one of the, from a gameplay perspective, from the traditional use of the term, I actually think the space combat is one of the stronger points of the game. It feels like a pretty robust system. I know it's only ever going to disappoint people, as there's just like too much it could have done. You know, it should have had this feature that this other game had in the past, etc., etc. Yeah. Alright, we're up to 30%. I think that'll be enough to take out at least a few of these guys. So we should be able to hit him before he's actually able to make a run on us. And then this wingman is over here, coming in on approach. Oh, that was dumb. Apparently don't want to just wildly fire, as it's entirely possible that I'll just pull additional enemies to me, which is what I did just then. Shot one of the ones that wasn't yet actually aggroed. And shields are down. Yeah, that's to be expected. Alright, you're exploding into a ball of flame. Lovely. There's at least one more of them that's still aggressive. I think just one more of them. Chromium, I don't say. And aluminum. So I think Chromium again, as far as I've been able to tell, I don't think I've seen a single recipe that's needed it. So it's like the super rare resource that usually just drops in increments of 1. But the emerald is real nice. Okay. So I'm assuming the ones that I don't lock onto when I pass over, like, aren't actually enemies. You know, there's way more fighters out here than the ones that it gives me a targeting reticule around. So, oh, weapon charge depleted. That's a problem. Especially considering our photon cannon is very likely to cause friendly fire incidents. Let's try to pop around and do this real quick. I've yet to try to side with, like, the attacking force. I'm not sure what the results of that would be. If that makes sense. That, I don't know if we can, you know, destroy the large ship, or if it can lose somehow. But it seems like there's the large ship, and then it has kind of a fighter escort. I've never tried to take on that fighter escort. I think it seems like it's not intended for you to do that, considering one side is hostile against you whenever you arrive, and I feel like shooting at the ones that aren't hostile at you would just end up with a lot of enemies all trying to kill you. Nice. I'm probably going to have just enough laser beam action to... Oh man, that's bad. Shot somebody else. I was going to say, I should have just enough laser beam action to take out this guy. And then grab some more resources. Unfortunately, the game had different ideas. Okay. Let's get a little bit of thamium. This is kind of my own fault. I had just visited a space station and, like, sold off all of my extra resources. And thamium being one of them. It's like one of those, it's so abundant, I'll never need it right away. Yeah, you're on fire, alright. Gotcha. Man, there are a ton of these guys. At least I got a milestone for presumably shooting 1,000,000 ships down. Yeah, in this case 60. That's basically 1,000,000 though. Alright. You are done for. Move on to the one right next to it. That's probably bad. You know, I am noticing my, yeah, my ship health becoming critically damaged. I may want to rethink this engagement. Or, at the very least, stop shooting ones when I've already got a dogfight going on. I guess this is the disadvantage of using the phase beam repeatedly. Alright, let's get our shields back up with our, like, hull integrity, for lack of a better term, so low. Our shields dipping are getting real dangerous. Okay. Recharge this a little bit. Recharge this a little bit. And kill you a little bit. Come on, where are you? There we go. You hid behind an asteroid. I didn't think they were that smart. Gotcha. Nice. Gold. I think we may have to leave these distressed beacon people to themselves. 2, 4, there's 6 more? Can I take 6 more? My fear is this titanium isn't going to last forever. And once it's gone, the iron's not nearly as good for recharging this stuff. And I'm not sure one more bout of deflector shields is probably only enough to take on like 2 of these guys. So I think we may have to say goodbye to helping out. Insufficient fuel. We did, if nothing else, we did certainly earn quite a few valuable resources in the fight. Gotta be thankful for that. Alright. Let's see if we can't get far enough out of here to engage warp again. There we go. As soon as our pulse drive could come on, then I was pretty confident that this could too. Alright, we should be just a couple of systems away from the black hole. Alright. So, this is going to be the second black hole that I've gone through, so I'm pretty, I think, familiar with what's going to happen here. I'm expecting to pass through it and damage some of my ship systems again, very similar to when you die, and it'll probably mean spending at least a little bit of time in the next system just repairing all of that and getting back up and going. Oh man, it's very mesmerizing. Very mesmerizing. For those of you who might be curious, I am still greatly enjoying the game. I know that possibly makes me a crazy person or someone with terrible taste in video games, depending on who you ask. Destroyed 70 starships. Look at us go. And into another black hole. I like how you don't have to activate it. You just, if you get close enough to it, it sort of sucks you in. That's kind of cool. So, I am still enjoying the game. One of the things I meant to mention earlier. But the backstory of the different races, I've learned a little bit more about the Gek, and they're not quite as cute, cuddly, and innocent as they might have appeared at first glance. They were the first race created, and therefore see themselves as the obvious choice for, like, rulers of the galaxy. Cool. Oh, boy. Hopefully we didn't come in right on top of a fight. We did not. Oh, and our warp reactor is critically damaged. Well, that's a bit of a problem. It's going to take copper to repair. And a dynamic resonator. We need these dynamic resonators. They're not super common. Gold and emerald, huh? Well then, how's my inventory looking? Mostly filled up with gold and emerald. Quite a bit of stuff still here. Hyperdrive's looking a little low. Okay, let's see about crafting a few more warp cells. Clear up the inventory. I've got some antimatter just sort of sitting around in there. And then I'm probably just going to want to pop down to these planets and see about getting enough to upgrade my warp drive a little bit more. We were kind enough to come out right into another space anomaly. So I guess we could visit this. And maybe that might make a good point to end the episode. I know I probably haven't shown much of me like on planets. Some of the feedback, of course, being that seems rather repetitive. And although there's really pretty things to look at, like the same could be done with a picture as could be done with a hour-long video showing off the same planet. So I'm mostly just trying to do the exploration of planets on my own and show you guys like my interactions with Polo and Nada, as I think to at least try to highlight that there is at least some kind of story going on here, although it's told in very precise snippets. All must end, time must end, data must survive. At start, center of galaxy, calm heart of the storm. Your travel is vital. Reach the end, my work done. Return to convergence. The panels and systems are idling now. Nada seems to have learned all it can from them. I report my travels and discoveries, and their mask lights up. All the pieces have fallen into place, Nada explains. Where once Nada stared at star maps, now they see lines of code. Connections and patterns everywhere. The galaxy is a spider web. But who or what is the spider? The center is close now. Perhaps soon we will know. I shiver involuntarily. Huh. So I think I'm going to go back on the Atlas Pass from here. Probably visit at least one more. And then maybe I'll like alternate Atlas Pass, Black Hole, Atlas Pass, Black Hole. Some I know, some I don't. All I want to be beacon of friendship to all the stars should be word enough itself, but sure, we'll give tech. Polo claims that their information about the more conversational inhabitants of the galaxy has also been affected by the accident earlier on. Strange that Polo did not mention this before. For a moment, I strongly feel that I'm being lied to. But why? To what end? I could help again, I suppose. It is a fine thing to share tales of adventure, the places and faces only I have ever seen. Or I could indulge my paranoia. Transmit species data. Alien colonist encounters. Polo does not seem much interested in the new species genetic data, instead stares at length at my images of each one. Rebound grenades. Okay. Cool. And this is a little bit closer to what our own tool looks like. Oh man, and it has a ton of beam upgrades like already on it. Look at that! Not to mention rebound and intensity grenades. Ooh. You know what? I think it's also going to be better, right? Like it's 23 to R22, or to R21 rather. Numbers, what are they all about? I can always put back on, it doesn't have boltcaster short burst adapter, but I haven't spent too much of an investment on that. Alright, I say we go for it. Got some cool coloration too. Okay, cool. Happy to have the multi-tool upgrade for sure. And hopefully Polo's multi-tools have now sort of caught up to where our own kind of leapt ahead to from just maybe getting lucky. I don't really know. I also want to take a look here for just a second. So,
Orbital station coordinates received.
at our next Atlas station, just a couple of jumps away. Alright. Now, keep in mind my warp drive has been damaged here. Yeah, so now it's too far to jump even 2 spaces, whereas before I could go 4 or 5 in one go. What I primarily wanted to look at, though, was the path to the galactic core. Distance to center, 169,807. $69.7, $69.7. Seems like the black holes are really the most efficient way to go about doing that. That just warping on your own might take forever. Okay. Well, I tell you what, got a few planets to settle on in this system. One, I actually suppose I could just have looked right here. 6 planets, no moons. Okay, and that's actually quite full. So what I'll probably do is just visit the various planets here, and then make my way towards the next Atlas interface, and I'll end up picking up there as far as our next episode is concerned. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, feel free to subscribe. There's lots more on the channel. Leave a like or a comment if you have anything to say about this or any of my other videos, and I will catch you guys next time.